Hi everybody who watches this. This is my Alberch Durer St George on horseback slaying the dragon. This turned up in a scrapbook with full of different etchings and other things in it, which was related and owned by basically the Rev Cannon Swindell. And he was the Bishop of Dudley in the latter part of the 1800s. What I did find out is there was a pocket watch of his turned up. That made some interesting antique news. Also, it turned out that the scrapbook wasn't a scrapbook, it was in fact part of a photo album collection. Now I no longer have the scrapbook. Sorry about the wobble on an iPad. That went, but in it, it did have pictures, old photographs glued in. But it has lots of old etchings and other things. There was stuff like there was propaganda cartoons in there, but this, as me and my wife was going through it, we found there was 2 pages that were sort of stuck together. So I gently prized them apart, and in between was this. And I thought it was great. I thought, oh, this is wicked. Now, I don't know much about it. It's probably been stuck in between them pages since either early 1900s, early 1800s. Because some of the early etchings were from like 1901, some of them were from 1860 or 1880, some from 1880. There was all sorts in there. There was some there from the start of the American production of paper, because the Americans really did mass-produce paper. And this turned up. But what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to make this quick video for you all to have a look at what I've got here. But a lot of people make comments and say, oh, blah blah blah, when I showed it people. Now what tickled me up was I went to try and get a valuation on this from a local dealer, and he was like, oh no, and then I just stupidly in my head I went, right, I'm gonna throw a ball at him now, sort of thing, do a picture. I said, oh, I'm only looking for about 100 quid, and he jumped and he, let me see what I can do, leave it with me, let me see what I can do. So I thought, well, hang on a minute, I thought he said it had no value, but when I said he only want about £100 for it, he was very interested, and I thought, so how much is it actually worth? Because I know this specific dealer, from what I've been told, if he hasn't got the money to sell you something, he's a little bit of a pompous twit, he's a bit of an idiot, and he'll say things like, oh, it's not worth much, and then you'll go down the road and find, and then he's basically waiting for you to say, what will you give me for it then? I mean, he's basically one of the dealers you don't really want to sell to. I'm not going to name him, I'm not going to mention him. If he's watching this, he'll see this and he'll know I'm talking about him, because I've checked with other people and they've been ripped off before. They took stuff to him only to find out it was actually worth about £600 more than he offered them and things like that. So I'm glad I kept hold of it, and I kept hold of it because I liked it. Some guy sent me an email saying there's no B-plate etchings yet. If you go on Christie's site, the auction, it'll say B-plate etching. This actually measures up to the exact same size as a B-plate etching, although I've got a feeling they would be on vellum, which is animal skin. But this, what I'm going to do in a minute is I've made a magnifier for the iPad out of an old laser pen, and I'm going to switch over to that in a minute, so you'll have to excuse me, so we can get a zoom in writing on this. You know, on this. I kept hold of this initially. I mean, I must admit, I thought, and that there, that little line there, that was done by some nice idiot at Dickinson's Real Deal. When I went to see them, he decided to pick at him. I could have swung for him. And I actually said, "What are you doing? But you know, what's he playing at?" And he caused that, and then walks out, "Oh, shame it's not real." And I thought, "You tit." But you don't even know where it's come from. You don't know its background. I know where it's come from. I know what it was found in. But what I don't know is who. I know the Alberch Durer Museum in Nuremberg. You know, they might have had things like this going, but I don't know. It's I know it's old. You can't really see here because it looks quite white on against the orange, but it's actually like a. It's got a. It's not actually on my screen though. I'm seeing it as being quite white. So let me just see if I can get the picture right on this, because it might be my brightness settings. No, it's not. Even if I tone it down, you can't really tell what's going on. But it's got like a creamish off colour to it. It's not the white that this iPad. It's not doing it justice. This iPad at all. It's not doing it any justice whatsoever, to be honest with you. But this is it. I'm going to try and switch now carefully over to the. So no, what I'll do is I'll upload 2 videos. I'll upload this one and then I'll switch over to the magnified one and do a quick video with that. But this is just so you can all see what I've got. Apparently a lot of Durer's work has hidden messages, things like that. You know what I've been reading up. I am no expert. I am not an expert at all. I am just I'm a hoarder, I suppose. I go out and, you know, I get offered things and I go, yeah, I like that, and you know, if I find something interesting and I get what I call the lovejoy feeling off it, I'll have it. And I have found some interesting things over the years. Some things I've got, I don't even know what they are. But I have over the time found some interesting stuff, and I found this one quite interesting. As for its value, I haven't a clue what the value would be on this. But what I do know is it was in a book, in everything in that old photo album, should say, which had been changed scrapbook. It had everything in there dated from early 1900s up to 1910, all the way back into 1864. So, and the actual Rev Cannon Swindell was the Reverend. He was based there and around the later part of the 1800s, right through to the early 1900s. So it is old, and what people say, oh, it's in really good condition, it's in too much trouble. And I think, yeah, because I know why it's in such good condition. It's in such good condition because it's been trapped between those 2 pages, which were like card, for so long that it's kept it protected. It's kept it protected and out of the way of idiots who can do things like that. There, right there. So it's been kept protected, and I like it. Value, I've not a clue. I don't know how much it's worth. I really don't know. But it does measure up to the size of a B-plate etching. So whether it's a copy of the B-plate etchings in early 1900s or late 1800s, because paper was about then in the late 1800s, I don't know. But what I'll do now is I'll stop this video and I'll put another video on with with a magnified lens on, and we'll see what we'll see what type of paper it is on, because without that I can't tell, and this is the first for me as well. I've not done this yet. What is that on there? Nothing. It's not on there, bit of fluff. But yeah, there it is. Cracking picture. I mean, apparently these have been wood carvings or something at first, or something. I know there's going to be a lot of experts out there who know a lot more than me. I'm just a layman when it comes to this stuff. I haven't got a clue, and I know there's a lot of people who spent a lot of time studying this, and I do hope I'm not insulting anybody with anything I say who've spent, you know, I don't want people getting angry over anything I say. You know, I haven't got a clue. I'm hoping they'll admit that. But isn't it fantastic? Isn't it absolutely fantastic? You know, the detail that these guys do, back so far up, you know, and it's all, I think it's carved, is it? It's carved onto a plate or something by hand, and it's amazing. And apparently the originals have been massive. But there it is anyway. So I'm going to end this one now, and I'll change over this thing and magnify the lens on to get the sellotape out and stick it to it. So there you are. Please have a look at the next one. If you've got any opinions on value, or if you're interested in taking a look at it, let me know. Don't hesitate to ask, because I must admit I collect and get older things. I know I'm not mega rich, I've not made loads of money at it, but every little penny I do manage to get, it just goes towards my children and trying to give them some happiness out of life, and you know what I mean, just make sure they can have something. And that's how I get my kicks, I get my buzz, and I get my pleasure out of watching my children happy. I'm not a big bread earner. Any little spare cash I do have, I use to try and buy things. But what I have learned is, as they get older, they've got no interest in any of this. So I wouldn't like it to end up thrown aside, when it could probably end up be better with somebody who would really appreciate, possibly frame it, do whatever they want, you know. But I'm sure there's somebody out there who would really love to own this. But I need to get an honest evaluation on it. I don't want to, and like I said, it's not white, it's got like a creamy colour to it. It's actually just like a cream colour to it. It's not as white as this is making out. So there you go. Anyway, I'll stop babbling on now and peppering your ears, and I will switch over to this magnified thing and we'll see what we can find. Thanks for watching if you have watched, and watch the next video, and we'll see where we go. Okay, thank you.